So let's go ahead and get the financials open.
Oh, boy.
That's what we're talking about. Nintendo's financials.
Hey,
There is a lot.
how about this?
What?
I'll take the financials. You take topic 3. You eat your pizza. I'm waiting for Michaela to get home. Eat some pizza. You eat yours while it's hot.
Oh, cool. And you can do your share screens. Okay, cool.
All right, let me get this bad boy then.
A whole bunch of links and stuff. So yeah. All right, so Stash will do that one. So I'll read Gamebird's little edition.
We're all over the place today. I like it.
It's pizza night.
It doesn't, dude. You might. It's such a small tweak. You might not even notice it. That's all I have to say.
I'm the one who wrote it. I will notice it. I know when it's something I didn't write.
Let's go share screen.
I'm gonna read over it. I'm gonna wait a second. What the fuck? Anyways,
I was gonna say, if Nate starts randomly laughing during the middle of the topic, you know why.
Okay. Can I make this bigger? View, zoom.
this is top tier podcasting, guys.
Yeah, what is wrong with my PDFs right now?
Well, I don't
Come
know why
on,
you
baby.
can't Yeah,
There
why
we
isn't
go.
There it is.
I don't know. You know, the stuff's not where it's supposed to be. Windows has done a couple of updates in the last week or two. Everything's went haywire. Stuff's not working. OBS, all sorts of junk.
Welcome to Windows updates.
I don't know, cumulative updates, some bullshit. All right. Second quarter financial results and corporate management policy briefing for fiscal year ending March 2026, November 5th, 2025. And, might I add, November 5th. November 5th, 1955. It's the day Dr. Emmett Brown invented time travel. Okay, important day.
I thought you were going to mention that today. I'm like, he's bringing it up. I know he's
thought about it all day, man. All right, thank you for attending. I am Shintaro Furukawa, president of Nintendo. Now, I'm not going to read this whole thing, and I'm not actually him, so please don't get that twisted.
I'm like, I swear, if you read this whole thing, I'm going to take a nap quick.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so some consolidated financial highlights here. We're making, Nintendo's making more money. Okay. That's basically what this is. I'm not going to get into the nuts and bolts of this because this is a 61-page document. Okay. But money's up. Things are looking good. Let's move on. All right. Hardware. Again, these numbers were out all over the place today, being shared right on social media. If you wanted to know the numbers months ago, all you had to do was follow Paul Gale because he knew the numbers before they would come out. Dead on as usual. So right now we're at 10.36 million Switch 2 units. And that is up to, what was it, September 5th?
Yeah, it's the first 4 months. Yeah, June, July, August, September. Yep, September 5th.
Yeah. So not to be confused, there was a tweet that went out by the largest video game site ever saying that it was the first 6 months. Okay, so don't get it twisted. That's not real. It's fake news. Okay, it's 4 months, and so 10.36 million units. Right. Software 20.6. Obviously, things are up. Things are looking great. And let's see. Sales of Nintendo Switch hardware came to 1.89 million units, and software was 61.56 million. So Switch still selling. And again, look, we've talked about this a lot here on the podcast. They still have the price drop in the back pocket at some point in time. So wait for a little bit. There is going to be a day when that comes. And that will be interesting to see what happens with the record once they bust out the price drop. Okay, so the forecast has all went up. So again, not gonna get the nuts and bolts. This is a good thing though. Nintendo had forecasted X amount of Nintendo Switch 2 units. I believe it was 15 million. What are they forecasting? 19 now? Does that sound right? Either way, awesome. Yeah, look, 15 and 19. You see, that means I read information and I take it in because I have not looked at this, but I read this and I carried on with my day. Software. Previous forecast was 45 million. We're bumping that up to 48. So there's a percentage comparison. Again, when that 15 million number came out, and guys, we all talked about this on the podcast, and we all made our own predictions, right, of what we thought they were going to get. Do we think they're going to reach that 15 million, or do we think it's going to be more? I don't recall what everyone said. I know I went over. I said around, I believe, 18 to 20 million. Nate, did you go over or under?
I think I went slightly over.
Good. Eric, I'm pretty sure you thought there was going to be more, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was the most wild one out there.
I think you were too, and I like that.
Yeah.
Game Bird, yes.
Yeah, I forget what I put. I know it was over 15. I feel like it was somewhere between 16 and 18 is what I was. It was somewhere around there that I think so projecting.
Too. Yeah, sounds right. Josh, what about you? What were you thinking on this?
Ooh, I honestly thought higher. Like, and I'm not surprised by these numbers at all, honestly.
Yeah, same. HMK, what about you, man?
Honestly, I was like in the ballpark of like maybe a little under what was like reported, but I was like, I had no doubt in my mind that was going to be like in this type of ballpark, but I kind of like undershot it, so that's where I was at.
All right. Well, hey, it's a win-win for everybody, right?
Right.
Yeah, this is great to see. I'm sure third parties are loving this because you got to imagine that all these developers, the big wigs, are all looking at this too. Are like, oh, dude, this is great, man. Look how fast they're building this install base, man.
They're salivating at the opportunity to put their games on Nintendo right now.
Accessory companies too.
Yeah,
they're like, dude, we got to hurry up and figure out how to make these Joy-Con 2s. No third parties came to the market yet with their own third party Joy-Con 2s.
The race is on. You know the race is on.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, we got to do it now.
Yeah, we already saw it with all the like the carrying cases and everything and the grips, right? We already saw how that went down. Some of them fit, some of them didn't, because they were all racing to get there as quickly as possible. Capitalize on that money. So it was all good to see. This is good stuff. All right, dedicated video game platform business. So, Furkawa made a point to say he'd like to shift to our dedicated video game platform business, primarily focusing on Nintendo Switch 2. There's some interesting points in here. I will read some of this. He said, Nintendo Switch, which launched in 2017, had developed unique and diverse new forms of play for over 8 years. Based on the concept of play anytime, anywhere, with anyone, it has served as a dedicated video game platform that combines the features of both a home console and a handheld system. Consumers around the world have embraced the Switch for 3 different play styles: TV mode, handheld, and tabletop. For this reason, we felt it was important for the successor system to expand and evolve the unique characteristics and potential of Nintendo Switch. We also recognize that with expanded processing capability, we can further support developers to bring more of their new and innovative ideas to life. So, of course, he's referring to these games that really push the envelope that would not have been able to run on Nintendo Switch, right? And again, with this in mind, we designed Nintendo Switch 2 to be a more powerful hardware platform built upon the strengths of Nintendo Switch to accommodate the creative ambitions of software developers. And so this is kind of a look inside, like why we did what we did, why we stuck with the same form factor, and why it wasn't necessary to reinvent the wheel. Okay. Now, yeah, there's some different things, right, about the Switch. And again, we have the mouse Joy-Con mode, which I think everyone's going to really understand how cool that is once they play Metroid Prime 4. But again, there's not been a ton of games that have really taken advantage of that. But that is an innovation while maintaining the same build and the same format. But really, this
Just
was
you
about
wait.
power.
Just you wait until they bust out Mario Maker 3. That's when the Joy-Con
Dude.
mouse control is gonna really take off. Watch.
You're right. You're dead
Mhm.
on about that. That's going to be so huge to have that. And that just means
One more.
people are going to
Just
spend time making games on Mario Maker, which is great for me because I don't like to make them, but I love to play them.
Mhm.
absolutely. And I want to throw out one more. Pikmin, guys. Think about what they're going to be able
Ooh,
to do
yeah.
with Pikmin as well
Mhm.
with this. But I agree, Statch. I think
Yeah,
Prime's going to be
That's a good
the
pick, man.
catalyst. Yeah. Stoops. Prime's going to be the catalyst. You're right. That's going to be the one where like it's the proof of concept. A lot of people haven't gotten to play that Prime demo like you got to play and experience. So, I mean, I know you can do it with Cyberpunk, but the big draw is going to be selling a lot of the hardcore Nintendo fans. Like, oh crap, this is the next best thing. So,
100%. Yeah, so this was cool that this was mentioned, right? And again, I don't think any of us really needed to understand why they did what they did. We knew this. We've talked about it. It makes total sense. This is Nintendo to Super Nintendo. This is N64 to GameCube. More power is what we need. All right. Nintendo Switch 2, the new standard for Switch moving forward. This was a big one. Moving forward, software development will be centered around Nintendo Switch 2. And they go in a little bit of detail. And again, this kind of reiterates all the cool things about Nintendo Switch 2 and the games you can play on there. And they're still going to make games for Switch 1. I will say that. That was mentioned in here. But the main focus is on Nintendo Switch 2, which is important. All right, so Nintendo Switch 2 cumulative sell-in surpassed 10 million units as of September 30th, and expanded production due demand exceeding expectations. Again, they're still doing the lottery system in Japan, which, that's awesome. Also kind of crazy. But again, this is the first year, and this is the first holiday too. We're going into the holiday season, so it's going to get crazy busy for that as well. Now, again, it's been mentioned before, and I know, Nate, you've mentioned it on your live streams, or not on your live stream, but on your videos, probably your live streams too. But sell in is what you sell to the store. That doesn't necessarily mean that someone came home with it, but if you use your brain, you'll know that Switch 2 is going home with somebody. Okay. If you go to the store and you swing by the video game section, like I do every time I go to any store that has video games since childhood, because you just have to stop by there. If you happen to see a Switch 2 on the shelf, that doesn't mean it's not selling. That means somebody might get lucky today and be able to take that home because it's going to sell really quick. So I look at selling as the same. It's sold to the store. End of story. Counted as a sale, baby. All right. So since its launch in June, Switch has seen strong sales, again, surpassing 10 million. The system is already in the hands of many consumers worldwide, and we believe we are maintaining positive momentum heading into first holiday season. We all know how important the momentum is. And, momentum's not something that you can show on a chart. You can show it with sales, but it's something that's felt. And the hype is real. The hype is real going into the holiday season. So it's going to be exciting to see, what the numbers are when they come out next year, when the financials come out, so we can see what those holiday numbers are. And again, they mentioned that some regions have had ongoing product shortages, and they do mention throughout here that they're going to try to move things around if they can to meet those demands, which is not something that they typically do. All right, Mario Kart World. Again, much has been said about Mario Kart World. It's been interesting, right? I love it. I don't know about you guys. Are you guys all enjoying Mario Kart World? You got no beef with it? Josh, I know you
mean,
love it.
I like the game. It's just that, I've been playing other games like lately. It's just too many games to play.
Dude, I'm 100%. 100% with you.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah. I don't play it every day, but I also don't play games with, I guess, with no clear ending every day. Because if I did, I would never get anything done as far as reviews, right? That's what I do. However, my feelings and sentiment towards Mario Kart World hasn't changed. I still feel the same. I love it. I absolutely love the music every time I turn it on. I'm just like, dude, this music is so good. It does put a smile on your face, which again, Nintendo's reiterated all throughout this that, hey, dude, that's our goal. We're an entertainment company. We're not just a gaming company. We're an entertainment company. Our goal is to create smiles. And that's what it does. And I still think that 100% long term, Mario Kart World is going to look drastically different than it does right now. And again, it's only a matter of time because this is evergreen. And again, we talked about this about a year and a half ago. The importance of Mario Kart World getting into everybody's hands because it is a marketing tool. I still believe this. This is how you market your other IPs. You put a Donkey Kong Cup in there, a specific Donkey Kong Cup. You put cups for other games that are coming out, or you put characters into Mario Kart, and you make these. I don't know if you make it paid or not. That's up to Nintendo, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of paid DLC. But again, this is how you market all of your IP to everyone who has a Nintendo Switch 2. And again, 9 out of 10 people have played Mario Kart World, and that's for everyone that has a Nintendo Switch 2. And they worded this carefully because that doesn't mean 9 out of 10 people that own a Switch 2 own Mario Kart World. But they've played it. Now, I don't know how close the number is that actually own it, right? Because I'm sure they've sold a boatload of bundles. But people are playing the game, and that's what matters, especially when you're using this, if you are going to use this as a marketing tool, right? We care if you play it, because that's how we can market directly to you. Nintendo Direct makes sense. Okay, again, we released Mario Kart simultaneously with Switch 2 as the first new installment in the series in approximately 8 years. I don't know about that, guys. 8 years? I'm looking at 11 years.
11 years, yeah.
The Wii U years.
Wii U 2014, Mario Kart 8, yeah.
Yeah. I don't count Deluxe as a new installment.
It's not.
It was a great game. It did its job damn well, but it was not a new installment. All right. So yeah, it takes full advantage of Switch 2. We know this. 24 players. Yes, awesome. And just as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe became the most played title on Nintendo Switch, we aim for Mario Kart World to become an evergreen title for Switch 2. So,
I mean, that's a given.
Yeah, this is all the stuff we've talked about, which is great.
Yeah,
all
the game's gonna double in size this generation.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It is, man. This is about one world we're playing in right now.
Yeah. And they'll legit do the DLC name Worlds. They'll just add an S.
Yep.
Sells itself.
World.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. And it's like classic
That
Nintendo,
Mario Galaxy movie's coming up. Watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect marketing. There's just so much opportunity when you get Mario Kart World into the hands of everybody, which is, again, that's literally their aim for a reason. DK Bonanza, right? So this is going to be interesting, I think, for all of us to see how this works out, because again, we haven't seen Donkey Kong, even 3D Donkey Kong, but any Donkey Kong be the main attraction, the main single player experience from Nintendo right out of the gate. Okay, this has been reserved in the past, obviously, for Mario or his brother Luigi or The Legend of Zelda. But now DK's up in here. So I'm excited. I'm sure you guys are too, like just to see what this is going to look like years down the road and how evergreen DK Bonanza can be, especially if we get a DK movie, which I expect it. They talk about it a little bit in here, right? There's two movie slots with a question mark after Zelda. Come on. No, it's Donkey Kong.
And Pikmin.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
The Metroid movie.
Kirby.
I'd like to see Metroid. Metroid could be very good. I think it's perfect for a movie or even a TV series. All right. So July 17th, we released DK. Worldwide sell through 2.6 million units in the first 12 weeks. Title leverages new capabilities of Switch 2. Blah, blah. Yes. It's awesome. People are enjoying it all over the world, including longtime DK fans. And yet another iconic evergreen title for Switch 2. So again, yeah, it's off to a great start. Can't wait to see where it's going to be down the road. Upcoming first party.
I think they're
two
going to
titles.
get a nice little boost over the holiday, DK.
Me too, dude. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, they'll
Okay.
get kids will open the bundle
mean-
with Mario Kart, maybe Pokemon, and then you'll have DK right there. You know.
Well, and today
Next to it.
Nintendo dropped their first holiday commercial, and they featured DK.
Yeah.
Yeah,
lot
that
of
was a cool commercial. We should play that later. If we can. Can we?
I don't think we can because of the music.
Well, I don't need to hear the music. That music
Right.
sucked anyways.
Yeah, but we have an audio version of the podcast. It can't just be 2 minutes of silence.
Oh,
Mhm.
We can all
narrate it.
hum. Maybe we can
Yeah,
harmonize.
exactly.
I,
All right. Upcoming first party title. So yeah, tomorrow or what in a couple hours here. Yeah, this time zone bullshit. I am so sick of it. I live in Arizona. I don't play these time zone games.
Yeah,
we
they
don't play
have
it over here.
any time there.
Yeah. All
But
right.
the rest
So
of the U.S. is working with it, so sucks to be you.
that means another 2 hours and 20 minutes if I wanted to download this digitally. However, I'm picking it up physically tomorrow. But for everybody else, is anyone
Same.
buying this digitally?
It's a big ass digital game. It's like 44 gigabytes, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's precious space.
yeah, but I'm like, everything is there, and then like because like that this goes up to the other point that we're gonna be making later, but like, is the Switch like, yeah, I have a case, and then the case has like space for all the carts and whatnot, but it's just so convenient just to have it all in the thing. But then I look at a big ass game like that, and I'm like, do I want to waste like 44 gigabytes? It's not waste, but I mean, like, you know what I mean.
I know
And
what you
you
mean.
don't-
Yeah, I'm not going to
you
take
don't
your
want it
words
to
out of
be-
context. We know.
you don't want it to get to the point. I feel like because I never added an extra terabyte of storage to my PlayStation 5. I just have like the standard.
I
1
still gotta
terabyte.
do that. Like, there's so many games.
Yeah, I
I'm
need
like,
to-
all right, you're gone.
I need
you're
to
gone.
as well.
Like,
Yes, it sucks every time you pick up
I'm
a
about
new
to check how
game.
much space I have on my Switch 2
You're
right now,
wondering,
man. I'm
well,
fidgeting here.
I want to play this new game, so what am I going to sacrifice today? Who's
Later, Tekken 8.
walking the plank in a minute?
Yeah, I've had to do that a lot recently with Switch 2 and with PS5 with all these new games coming out for review. And
Yo, what is taking up so much space on my Express card? What the?
I have
Hold up.
another 1 terabyte on my PS5, and then I have a 5 terabyte external hooked up to it, and I'm having to shuffle things around. So I got about 7 terabytes.
Yakuza 0 is 45 gigabytes. I'm about to delete this.
You didn't know that?
No. I
See?
just downloaded it and I was like, all right.
That digital life, baby. That digital life.
Yep.
Just collect SD
That
cards.
card's looking good for Age of Imprisonment. That card's looking real good right now.
So we got that tomorrow, guys. That's super exciting. Kirby Air Riders, November 20th. I guess, hey, since we're here, are we planning on picking this up?
Oh, Kirby Air Riders? I'm gonna be playing that game all day, every day. As soon as you know how long I've been waiting for this game. I play Kirby Air Ride religiously. City Trial is literally one of my favorite game modes, like in any type of video game. And when they turn that into Smash Run on the 3DS version of Smash 4,
It's fun.
Nah, Kirby Air Ride, goodbye. Like that's Nintendo's so out of their mind releasing Age of Imprisonment and Kirby Air Riders in the same month, and then we're getting Metroid Prime days after Air Ride. They got me twisted, man.
I know, dude.
I'm
It's
gone.
nuts.
No one call me. Like Air
like
Riders, that's my game.
Roughly what, 31 days, right? There's 30 days in November. We're getting Zelda IP, Kirby IP, Metroid.
Pretty wild.
That's sick.
Right off the heels of DK IP and Pokemon IP.
Right?
Yeah, dude.
I'm
It's
still
heavy.
playing ZA right now. And I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to like finish it like on a good basis because Age of Imprisonment comes out tomorrow, and that's gonna consume my life. Just too many games, Nintendo. What are you doing?
There's a lot. There's a lot. And if you're a multi, platform owner, this is just absolutely sickening, insane. I can't remember a time that it's been this busy, but it is really fun. All right, so you're gonna go on the ride. Josh, are you gonna go on the ride?
Oh, 1,000%. The moment we went hands on at PAX, that was game over, right?
Same.
Like,
Yeah.
and I think everybody that gets to try it next weekend and the following weekend, it's just that you're in the same boat. If you've never played Air Riders before, like this is gonna be your opportunity. Don't miss it.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
yeah.
Can you tell everyone about that?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I don't have the times up in front of me. I can pull them up, but like it is Nintendo, it's very Nintendo beta test, so you've got to be available at their certain times. Some of them are
It's like the Drag X Drive
yeah.
global jam that they did where we all got to play it early, test it out. Same thing, right? With Air Ride.
Yeah.
So
So
when is that happening again? Like on
it's the 8th through the 9th and the 15th through the 16th. And I was just hoping, here we go. Here's their
Damn,
page.
so that's this weekend, huh?
Yeah.
that's
this weekend.
right after Age of Imprisonment comes out. Nintendo's out of their minds, bro.
Yeah. Here we go. Global test ride. Oh, of course. Why on earth would it have given me the UK page?
Okay.
So,
So it's like Central Time, November 8th, 2 a.m. to 8 a.m., and then 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. And then November 9th is 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Let's see. November 15th is 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. or whatever. November 9th. I don't know. These dates are all fucked up, but you get the idea. Those are kind of the rough times.
It's fun. I did it with the Dragon Drive. It was a good time. It was easy to get in. I'll definitely do this too, even though I already played it. I'll jump in for a little bit.
I've been saying all along, it doesn't show as well as it plays. So as soon as you try it, if you're on the fence, if it doesn't become a day one purchase, I'll be surprised because I was sold immediately.
I'm totally good. I have got my fill. I'm just ready for the full game.
Okay, cool. All right. So we're all getting it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. However, I won't be buying this one at launch. I'll be getting it around Christmas time.
You're gonna be a month behind, man.
That's okay. You know why? Because I'm gonna be living it up and a couple other titles. Dude, there's so many
Mhm.
games. I like.
So
and
many.
I've got a big family, so I especially lately, I've had to choose my time really carefully. I know like ZA has taken up so much of my bandwidth. I started Dragon Quest 3 because I've never played a Dragon Quest in my life, and I'm having a blast
I'm
with
glad
that.
you're
But
starting
I,
it.
Hyrule Warriors is coming out. Zelda is my favorite series of all time. I'm going to be wanting to play and mess around every inch of that game to completion. And then we've got Prime coming. So I don't know, man. It's just too close. It's too close to Prime when I have a lot on my plate, and I've gotten a little bit of my fill with Mario Kart World. I know they play differently. I know the kids are gonna love Kirby Air Riders. I've got to space it out. I got to choose my time carefully. So this is a definite for me. It's just a definite Christmas for me.
That's fair. There's
Yeah.
clearly a good amount of strategy involved in that decision that you made. I dude, I get it. I
You
get
get
it.
it. Yeah, yeah.
I do. You can't play everything. And then especially for you with bandwidth with the fam. So totally get it.
And don't forget, there's half a Switch worth of amiibo that you can pick up as well.
I was hoping we weren't going to even bring that up today, but yeah.
My bad. Sorry. Moving on.
And then, of course, Prime, December 4th. Everyone's going to be there.
Day
And
one.
we got a lot coming up, though, like Animal Crossing. Michaela, of course, loves Animal Crossing. When I got up in the morning, I saw that there was a trailer. Went into her office, turned on the TV. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, just wait, just watch.
Yes.
She's like, "You're not gonna put on something scary about the world ending or something, are you?" I'm like, no. This is the complete opposite. You'll be
Well,
fine.
if it was the perfect time for Animal Crossing.
Right? But yeah, she was pretty excited about it, and I explained to her. I said, "Babe, they're adding a feature in here that this is why I bought it on GameCube, and it was because of those NES games. That was legit why I bought it on GameCube back in the day when I was working at EB Games when I bought it. That's how long ago it was." But she's hyped. $5. She's like, "Yeah, but is it gonna be expensive to upgrade it?" I'm like, "It's $5. Come on, man, that's nothing." So really cool. Happy they're doing that game.
Yeah, I gotta say, you gave me such a wonderful thought about the next Animal Crossing title, Animal Crossing Apocalypse. It takes place after the end of the world, and it's you rebuilding again.
Oh yeah, and
Todd
Still paying Nook.
Just
Yeah, still paying Nook.
another apocalyptic Nintendo game.
well,
Yeah, you get like the cool kind of Road Warrior attire, you know?
what if you could get maybe some sort of collaboration with the Fallout 4 release? On
That'd be
Switch
fun.
too. That'd be so sick.
Yeah,
Using
that
Pip-Boy.
works.
Yeah. So yeah, look, this is pretty packed. That we got January Animal Crossing, Mario Tennis Fever, which I honestly I think this looks really cool. I'm
Looked good.
quite excited
Looked
for
fun.
it. Yeah, looks like there's a lot of strategy in it with all the different rackets.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
Right? Yeah, I'm
They
optimistic.
also got me excited last time, and then the single player was a huge letdown. So we'll see.
And then Mario Wonder, Switch 2 edition.
Keep
All
going.
within this time frame, we're gonna have the movies. soon.
Whole name. Come on.
Oh, Super Mario Bros. Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 edition, plus meetup in Bella Bell Park. Love it, dude.
That's my
Oh
favorite
my
game
God.
title of all time.
Okay, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. And again, the art style looks really
He's
cool.
just losing his shit over there.
The way you said it is just like, all right, man, what is this game? Like the mysterious book. What is that?
Well, the art style, okay, the art style looks cool. I'm gonna totally
It
give it
does.
its flowers there. But Yoshi's always been that test bed, right, for different art styles.
Yeah.
Ever since really
World of
Yoshi's
World.
Island on SNES
Mhm.
with
Yeah.
that beautiful. It still looks great today, the art style on that.
Oh, it's beautiful. Little storybook style.
Yeah, I just Look, man, I've said it before, Nate. I think I've replied to your tweet before saying it sucks that I feel like Yoshi peaked in 1995 on
But
Yoshi's
Yoshi's
Island.
Store? Oh, Yoshi's Island.
Definitely not Yoshi's Story. I bought
Whoa,
Yoshi's Story.
whoa.
I bought Yoshi's Story the day it came out on Nintendo 64 at Best Buy.
And it was
I
peak.
came home and I beat it in like an hour and a half. I'm like, dude, this is
You got to replay it. You got to go through every page and unlock each level because there's 4 levels in each page. You got to play all the levels. It's meant to be. It's like an arcade game. You got to play multiple times.
dude. When I was 12 years old,
you got to get the melon run.
I was not.
Like-
I was not pleased with the amount of money I spent for the amount of time that I got.
What about Yoshi's Cookie?
Yeah, what about it? Yoshi's Island is peak.
It was a great item in Paper Mario.
Yeah. Look, I just want what I want is what will never happen.
Mhm.
So I don't even think about it. Right? I want something like Yoshi's Island. And it's always just it's going to be an easy ass game. That's fine. You know. They're never going to
Do
put
a
a hard
spin-off.
mode in there.
Yeah,
You gotta
it's
do
Yoshi.
some Yoshi spin-offs like Yoshi Crisis. You know,
Yoshi. What the? Is that a Dino Crisis reference?
absolutely, dude.
Uh,
That's actually that's another great crossover.
whenever you control Yoshi in a quote unquote difficult game, it's always someone else's game. So that's the reality of what Yoshi's going forward.
Yep.
You know,
If
Yoshi's gonna have like
nail it.
different moves. It's gonna be in a Mario game. If Yoshi's out here fighting people tooth and nail to the death, it's gonna be a Smash game. You know, but his own game is always gonna be cutesy easy because that's what Yoshi is.
Yep, it is. It is, right?
Mhm.
Okay, next we got Pokemon Pocopia. Is that enunciation correct?
I think it's Pocopia.
Yeah,
I think it's
I said Pocopia.
I think it's Pocopia.
Pocopia, yeah, like Utopia, like so, like Pocopia. Ugh.
All right, so yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, we're spending a lot on pronunciation.
Pokemon Farming Simulator.
I have like literally no interest in this at all.
It's
Good.
Poke Crossing.
That game is gonna print so much money, guys.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Be
Oh,
honest,
yeah.
it really
Yeah.
good.
If
Dude,
it does
if they-
print money, they really fucked up.
Yo, Japan is gonna eat that game up. Like
This is one of those titles. Like I'm obviously super opposed to any sort of Nintendo game having a cash shop in the menu, but this feels like one where it's like,
Yes.
is there gonna be like,
Probably.
is there gonna be some sort of a shop in here where you could spend real world money? Because I don't know.
I hope not. Fire Emblem, Fortune's Weave,
Such a good name.
and Splatoon Raiders. This is just what we know for right now. Of course, Nintendo is going to set the table for us again next year. Probably
3D Mario,
2
let's
more
go.
times with directs. Yep.
Unless you're Poppy Prime, who says that game's not coming until 2028.
Yeah, Nate for 2028.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to win that bet. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think like if anything, maybe late next year or even 2027, because they have to do something to like either around the time or within a year of the Galaxy movie coming out. Like, because that's just like that's easy money right there. Everyone's gonna be talking about Mario, and then the game is out, and I doubt they're gonna try and like circumvent all that into either Galaxy 1 and 2 that's already out, or the Super Mario Bros. Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Because 2027, they are absolutely lining up something Zelda related, not just only for like the 40th anniversary, but for the movie as well. So it's 2026. I don't know about 2028. Nah, it's 2026.
I'm team 2026 as well. I agree. HMK.
Because I think 2028, that's Smash. That's gonna be Smash.
All right.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Mhm.
Again, we've talked about this before. 2028. That is crazy, crazy talk.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I don't know what that guy's thinking.
I've already clearly explained this. Do I need to go over it again?
I mean, it's not going to make any more sense this time around.
See, that's the thing. You're a very logical person, Stash. This team
Yes.
has never developed 2 games at once. They just got done with DK Bonanza, and they made DLC for it.
Yeah.
So years away. They don't have Mario
cross train new employees. Same
Check
thing
it
I
out.
said before.
3D Mario in collaboration between Nintendo, EPD, and Capcom.
Why?
Because Capcom made Goof Troop. That's why.
I trust Capcom.
Well, yeah, I like Capcom. I just don't know why Nintendo.
Hey.
People
No.
ask it.
I'm just
One of the best
spitballing.
platformers ever right here. Yo,
Mhm.
Noid, Capcom, baby.
Mm.
What's the team that did Astrobot up to?
Team Asobi like being eaten by PlayStation by Sony SIE.
I was only kidding.
Mhm. No,
Fighting
they make an amazing platform. Oh, I love Astrobot so much. That game was.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right, I'll briefly touch on this. So, Switch 2 titles from third parties. Nintendo is saying that this is the largest third-party software lineup for a new Nintendo hardware ever. And again, if you guys tuned in for all the episodes that we did for the Nintendo launch history, just based on what I've seen so far, knowing that Nintendo counts their launch window, sometimes that's 9 months, sometimes it's the first year. Either way, based on what's came out and what we know is coming out, yes, I completely agree. It's facts. So Cyberpunk, Deltarune, Fantasy Life, Hogwarts Legacy, you got Tamagotchi Plaza coming next year, Madden, which is doing numbers on Switch 2, Story of Seasons, Exit 8, Silk Song, 2K, FIFA, not FC, Hades 2, and what is this game? What is
Which one?
this game? Right here.
I'm
It's the Hades 2.
Next
Oh,
day. Oh,
what do you call the Japanese text or whatever?
I know that. I've been seeing a lot. I don't know what the name is, but I've been seeing a lot of promo for that.
Yeah.
When I was in Japan, but
Very
that's
colorful box
definitely-
art
Mhm.
or promo art. I like that. All right. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Again, we played it at PAX.
I'm excited for
I played the crap out of it on PS5. I'll be playing it again because this is a monumental release considering the history. And dude, Dragon Quest. My God. This game looks so great. I cannot wait to play that.
There is a new alternative ending as well.
Yeah, I
They announced that today.
I
think-
saw and I didn't want to see that.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, they didn't tell you what the ending was.
I
Yeah.
know. But it's
It would've
yeah,
been yeah. I understand it being a surprise. I get it.
it would be cool. Yeah. Yakuza Kiwami. So we're getting a lot of Yakuza. Obviously, we got
Oh, yeah.
Yakuza coming out on the 13th? We got Yakuza. Was it Kiwami 1 and 2?
1 and 2.
1 and
Yep.
2, and then
Obviously,
there's the
we
first
already had
Kwame game
0.
in like more than 10 years.
Yeah, and then
Mm-hmm.
we got Yakuza Kiwami 3 Dark Tides coming. So a lot of Yakuza. And again, we all talked about this.
Mhm.
That obviously we know the game plan is to release all the Yakuza games, and it makes a lot of sense. Sega will make money. Fans will be happy. Resident Evil, same thing. Right? I mean, this is all stuff we talked about. That all of the Resident Evil games will be coming over. And that bundle, what a deal.
Oh yeah, and they're the gold editions of the games too.
Yeah, that's a big deal because we all know DLC is not cheap. And so to get all the DLC for Resident Evil 7 and 8 plus Requiem for $89, and it comes in a nice like box set case for the 30th anniversary of Resident Evil. Dude, what? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. $10 each. Monster Hunter. look, this looks a lot bigger and better. It looks like they're really trying to, again, based on what I've seen, but even what Capcom has said, they're trying to make it on par with the scope of the mainline Monster Hunter games. Are we interested in this one?
Yeah, for sure. It looks much more mature than the other ones.
I was
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
into Monster Hunter, so like
I'm not a huge Monster Hunter fan, but I did dabble with Monster Hunter's stories 1 and 2. I really enjoyed them for what they are. They're not perfect games, but what makes those games so special is the turn-based combat system with the monsters, and the kind of rock paper scissor system is really, really cool. It's really fun, and you could combine ultimates with the different monsters. It's just a really fun combat system. So seeing them go a bit deeper with this one, having a nicer art style, it looks like they're leaning heavier into a more dense and substantial storyline this time around. I mean, this might have the makings of a great JRPG. So I'm all
It
in
might,
so
yeah.
far. Yeah.
Now, I picked up Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2. I haven't played them. I picked them up maybe in the last couple of months because they're on the list of games, of course, that are performing better on Switch 2 that are running at 60 FPS now. So I was interested in that, and it was on sale. So yeah, I got some catching up to do there before 3 comes out, but I'm excited for that. Elden Ring Tarnished Edition. Again, we played this at PAX, and I think it's going to be just fine. I platinumed it on PS5. I've played the heck out of it. I don't know that I'll have time to do all of this all over again, depending on how many games are coming out around that period for review. Is anyone diving in for the first time?
I would be.
Nice.
Kind of. I do own it on PC, but I only played for like an hour. So this will be like my first time really, really diving into it.
oh
yeah,
you guys are
totally.
in for a treat.
Big treat, yes.
When I like finally got because my friend group is like my close circle of friends they're like they're really into Soulsborne games, right? And then I only played a couple before I dove into Elden Ring, but I got into Elden Ring like a month after they all started playing. But when I got into it, I'm like, bro, I could not put that game down. And like my friend says this, and for those that haven't played it here and in the chat, if you've never played Elden Ring, that's the game that he's like, bro, I only paid $60 for this. It's like it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Like as you keep going, and it's such a good game. I'm excited for that. Like I'm probably gonna double dip for Elden Ring on the Switch too, because I absolutely dismantled my file on PS5.
I want a double dip. I do.
I can't help it. It's a Souls game. I love Miyazaki. I love his games. I think Elden Ring is one of the most important games of the generation, alongside Breath of the Wild, for what they've done for the industry and how they moving and pushing game development forward. So this one's going to be extremely difficult for me to resist.
Yep. I agree with you on all fronts there. And then the Duskbloods. So
Duskbloods.
You know, it's not on the list.
I gotta hold on.
Oh, I know it's not on the list.
I gotta throw something out here quick.
Mhm.
So the Duskbloods. Someone reminded me today because we have this mystical power of manifestation of things that happen on this podcast.
mhm.
Apparently, I said this just briefly on a podcast a year ago, and I definitely know that I said it on a live stream. Don't be surprised if From Software makes an exclusive game for Nintendo. Everyone was laughing at me. Everyone was laughing at me.
No, I believed it.
And to be honest, I didn't really know. I didn't hear anything, but it was just kind of like, look, if you're going to get like Elden Ring to come over, why don't you work with them? They made like exclusive games for other people out. It worked out. I'm just saying, it's almost like I manifested it. All right, I'm good now.
Who's
It's
everyone? Because I didn't laugh at you.
No, well, you don't laugh at any of these ideas.
No, it's a good idea.
It's
mean,
honestly
yeah.
crazy to me.
You did call
It
that.
is crazy to think about it though. Like, wait, that's the company they're making it exclusive. Yeah. Why be shocked? Do they have platinum games to fucking Bayonetta? So let's not be shocked anymore.
I still find it crazy that another famous what do you call it, From Software exclusive title like Bloodborne and then Dusk Bloods. It was like, oh, we know what they're doing here. It's just they want to continue Bloodborne, and then Sony's all like, I don't know about that. Do people really want Bloodborne? Yes, they've been asking for it for years, and then they went to Nintendo. It's like, all right, Nintendo, we're gonna make you an exclusive that's definitely not Bloodborne. But we're gonna call it Dusk Blood. And don't mind the aesthetic almost being entirely like Bloodborne. That's just a coincidence.
I'm very curious about Dust Bloods. I was super hyped, and then a little disheartened when I found out it was a multiplayer PvP game.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like a wait and see, just because PvP is not typically my thing. I much prefer the single player experience, or if it's online, at least like team based where you're working towards an objective together and working together. But I think there was a missed opportunity here. I think the missed opportunity is Konami collaborating with FromSoft and lending them Castlevania and having an exclusive
That would have been sick.
FromSoft developed Castlevania on the Nintendo Switch 2.
And it's funny because like when Dustbowl was first being revealed, I'm like, there's no way there's a new Castlevania. Nuh-uh. And then I'm like, oh, it's FromSoft. What?
Right.
One day, maybe.
Yep.
But what's
Dreams
not on
come
this
true.
list? What's not on this list? I'm like, hey, we're missing like the best third-party Nintendo Switch 2 game that's coming to Nintendo Switch. The amazing adventure that's going to be Danganronpa 2x2 Goodbye Despair. Where it at?
It's a fair
It's not on
point.
this list.
Thought you were going to
It's
say
a
something
fair
like
point.
the Adventures of Elliot.
Yeah, that game's gonna be badass.
Yeah, that game's gonna be good.
I was gonna say Borderlands.
Yeah, that's not on here either. There's a lot of missing games.
Oh yeah, Borderlands isn't on here.
Like the indefinite delay is.
Oh, they
making
missed
me
the
look.
bus.
That's right. It still hasn't come out yet on Switch 2. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. They gave him the opportunity.
Oh, Randy.
Always up to no good.
Just
All right.
bullshit.
This was an interesting one. So transitioning to Switch 2, I saw some discourse on Twitter on the way people comprehended this.
Oh man.
Oh, I got to hear this. I stayed
Oh.
away from how they comprehended it. I was afraid.
So 84% of Nintendo Switch 2 players have transitioned from Nintendo Switch. I'm just going to read it how they say it. Or let me go down to the bullet points. Currently, 84% have transitioned from Switch. The high percentage shows that many consumers who enjoyed Switch are smoothly transitioning to Switch 2, allowing us to maintain our relationships with them further. So they don't go into much detail there. So they're saying that of the amount that have been sold, the 10.36 million, players who transitioned from Nintendo Switch to Switch 2. This is the percentage. 16% are new to the Nintendo family.
I think that's pretty impressive considering that early adopters. I mean, obviously, you look at the difference there; it's massive. But the fact that 16% of the sales are people who didn't own a Switch 1 who are excited about Switch 2 and ready to jump on board, that number is going to go up with time.
Yeah, so this is
You know what I
based,
mean?
on the sales, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people on the internet were like, I don't know. I think maybe they thought the 84% meant that of everyone who owns a Nintendo Switch, 84 have transitioned over to Switch 2, which how would that work with 10 million? But
Math.
that was the interpretation from a lot of people. I'm like, oh my God, this is bad.
From people that you would not expect it from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So 16% though, I think that's important, right? That's bringing new people in to the ecosystem.
Yeah.
This is good. That's a positive. All right. See if we can go a little faster. Fastest selling Nintendo hardware today. Multiple hit titles have emerged early in its life cycle. Yes, we talked about that. Excellent. Moving on. Compelling Nintendo Switch titles continue to be released October and onwards. So yeah, 4 big Switch titles right here that haven't come out yet. You know, Galaxy 1 and 2 are going to sell like hotcakes with the movie. I mean, that's going to really move. Because think about all the kids who don't have a video game system yet. Nintendo is a lot of people's first video game system. If you've never played video games, you're more likely to get a Nintendo first than anything else. Especially if you're an informed consumer. Bless you.
Bless
like,
you.
Thank you.
like I don't think parents are buying kids Xboxes, and if they are, they're not an informed consumer, right?
Or a bad parent.
Yeah,
You buy it as punishment.
it's a dying platform. So you know, that wouldn't make sense. So really, it's coming down to, if we're talking consoles, you're not buying a kid a gaming PC or a Steam Deck. It's Nintendo and PlayStation, and this is the console that is a portable and a handheld right out of the box. So there's going to be kids who see this movie and are going to want a Nintendo Switch. And the parents are going to be like, they're going to debate between, do I spend this much on a Nintendo Switch to see if you like video games first? Or do I spend more to get the Switch 2, knowing that this is more future proof and backwards compatible? So that'll be the dilemma for parents, right?
Yeah. Well, you'll also have influence from, you're going to have influence from retail workers as well with parents over the holidays. An example of this, I remember I was a late adopter to the Sega Dreamcast, and I remember asking for a Dreamcast for Christmas. And my grandparents got me a PlayStation 2 for Christmas instead. And they told me, I remember, I'll never forget, they said, I know you really wanted the Dreamcast, but the person at the game store told me that the Dreamcast wasn't doing well and it was going to probably, be ending and not have as many games, whereas the PS2 is the hot new item, is going to have much more games. So in the long term, it's going to be a better purchase. You're going to be getting a lot of retail workers telling parents stuff like that, especially when they don't know and they even ask, like, oh, what? I don't know. My kid's 10 years old. This is his first console. What would you go with? The Switch 2 or the Xbox Series X ROG Ally XS upgrade?
You're right. I think it's going to come down to Switch 1 or Switch 2 for the most part.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to come down to which one. And really, I'm just tying that into hitting or surpassing, right, PS2, is that many parents are going to have to make that decision on their first console. Do I want to spend this much, or do I want to spend more and get them the Switch 2? Either way, it's a win-win, because you're either selling a Switch 2 or you're selling a Switch 1, right? But this is going to bring a lot of kids in that want to play this video game. And parents are going to see this as a great value. Even though the gamers, like, what, $70 for 2 of the top 5 highest rated video games of all time, according to Metacritic? Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 are, I think, 3 and 4. $70 is crazy. But parents are going to be like, wait, $70 and I get 2 games? That's a great deal. All right. supply of Switch hardware will continue if demand persists. So again, we go back to these titles right here. Prime, Champions, Tamagotchi Life, Rhythm Heaven, Galaxy 1 and 2. We'll see if they get anything else. It'd be interesting to see if Nintendo Switch 1 gets fed for Zelda's 40th. Won't it? Because we've talked about that. You
Yep.
said they'd get fed for Mario's 40th. They did. Said they'd get Metroid Prime. Obviously, they did. It'll be interesting to see if they get anything for Zelda next year. Okay, corporate management policy and key focus areas. Up to this point, we discussed financial results for the first half and thinking behind Switch 2. From here, I would like to explain Nintendo's management policy and our key medium to long-term focus areas. All right, this is where we get into the big picture stuff. Our purpose, to create smiles through entertainment. Keywords entertainment. Again, not just video games, it's everything. So Switch 2 marks a milestone for us. Management team has taken this opportunity to revisit business objectives. And again, purpose is to create smiles through entertainment. It's been our mission in the past, and this will never change, which I love to hear. Entertainment is always at the heart of our business, and we remain committed to being a company that creates smiles across the world through family-friendly experiences. Great mission statement. The core of our business, Nintendo's unique and original entertainment. And again, like when you read through all of this stuff, I know there's some folks out there who would love to see Nintendo go third party or Nintendo's games all released on PlayStation. Yeah, again, when you understand who Nintendo is and how they operate, if you take the time to learn it, you'll know that that's never going to happen.
Also, if you feel that way, you hate video games too.
Yeah, it's odd.
Yeah. Yeah, you hate the industry in general.
It's just odd. Odd people. Some odd folks out there.
Yeah, we'll dive deep into the odd soon tonight.
Yeah. So they say the
Nintenbyte exclusive.
The pursuit of Nintendo's unique and original forms of entertainment is at the core of all of our business activities. And in the world of entertainment, even the most captivating experiences will eventually lose their novelty. That is why we believe there's a value in being different and a constant need to create new and surprising experiences, which I don't know if it reminds you guys, but it reminds me of the Nintendo difference. Do you guys remember that was, I guess, a big marketing statement during the GameCube era, the Nintendo difference?
I remember it.
Quality over quantity. I've always believed in that. You know, everyone's like, oh, PlayStation has so many games, bro. Yeah, but a lot of them suck. So who cares, right? Like, quality over quantity. No, like this during the PS1 days, you know? And look, I owned a PlayStation as well, but I you guys all know this. I always want quality over quantity. Why would you want more if it sucks? I want a curated amount of games that are great. I don't want shovelware. Nobody wants shovelware. We went through that. The Wii had shovelware.
Oh yeah, the Wii. I was about to bring that up. Yep.
Yeah, we brought it up. I showed a presentation on it, on all the shovelware.
All the pony games.
All the pony games.
The Barbie games.
So many horse games, M&M racing, a Cold Stone Creamery game where you can scoop ice cream with a Wiimote. Like, get out of here, bro.
That's the pinnacle of motion control design, didn't you know?
My Heathcliff game that I got.
Oh yeah,
Field. Yeah,
that's right.
So funny. Yeah. So again, I like Nintendo saying this though, because like this is nothing new if you've been following this for as long as we have. This is them sticking to their guns and not changing, and I love that. Because in a world that is always changing, it's nice to have something that you can rely on that doesn't change. Okay, Nintendo's unique and original entertainment. Now, again, yesterday, right? Last night, We got a new app,
Mm-hmm.
more apps, and I don't care how many Nintendo apps are on my phone. People are like, "Oh, a PlayStation app can do this in one. Why does Nintendo have all these apps? Who cares? This is what they want to do. I don't know, man. I don't care. I got the storage. Who cares?"
That's just takes the last couple of weeks. I'm like, dude, I can't.
But it was like, who cares? Yeah, the PlayStation app does do it all, and that's great. And
Like,
and I'm thankful for that. And Nintendo's don't. And
All
who
the
cares,
pitchforks
though?
are coming for Nathan.
But it's like, who cares? I'm just glad. I'm glad they came out with one. What's funny though, how clutch would have this been during the Switch 1 generation when you get on the eShop and it was just such a bad experience, right? Because it was so slow. It's like, man, this would have been really nice to scroll through my phone on an app, right? But it's okay. It's here now. And again, if you guys don't know, for everyone watching live and listening, there's a new Nintendo app. It's the Nintendo Store app. Okay. Movies and videos. So movies, videos, I guess the Pikmin video we got, right? I presume they mean more of that. Maybe they're going to release, I don't know, the Super Mario Brothers Super Show on 4K. And the Legend of Zelda cartoon. Maybe that's what maybe they mean they're going to remaster Captain N in 4K. Bro, I'd be all over that. I don't know what they mean by videos except for Pikmin. Obviously, I presume they just mean more of that. However, I would love to see them bring the cartoons back, but they're probably going to try and distance themselves from that, I bet. Okay, dedicated video game platform. Obviously, that's at the center for a reason because that is the core of the business and everything else branches off of that. And at the same time, everything that branches off that feeds into the game platform, right? This is just a big connect the dot. Everything benefits here from something else. Character merchandise, the theme parks, with the real world experiences, the Nintendo Museum. Nintendo Museum's doing gangbusters.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the most popular museum in the world. Now, look, I don't know about all the different museums. Okay. However, for me, for gamers, this is a place to go. Like, if you're a gamer, what other museum would you want to go to? This is like, it's a museum for video games. This is amazing. Nintendo Live, again, the theme park. They're opening more Nintendo stores. There's a lot going on. Business is good.
Stash, I want to pause you. Is anyone hearing a weird feedback right now?
Yeah. Why I hear something.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I
wasn't
hear
sure.
that.
I
I
can
want to
figure out
make
who
sure
it
I'm
is
not.
easily one at a time.
It
No,
went
it's
away.
gone now.
Well, there you go. I'm gonna be honest. That sound was making me fall asleep. With some nice
Like
noise.
white noise.
It was, yeah. Yeah, it was very calming. All right. So, key principles for our business activities is grow the Nintendo IP fan base. And again, to grow the fan base, all these things right here matter. Sell more merchandise, come out with more cool stuff. That grows a fan base. Get the apps. Hope that people that download the apps keep the notifications on so you can keep telling them to buy stuff. Foster long-term relationships with consumers. Great principles to have. How are they going to do that? Home to numerous characters that are loved by people worldwide. And again, who's this guy?
Mr.
What's he
McCloud,
been up
baby.
to? What's he been up to? Has he been on Dinosaur Planet? He needs to come
Yeah,
back to
know it.
Earth. What has he been doing? Because I've seen everybody else. I haven't seen this guy in a long time. There it is. The engine's starting back up. Growing the IP fan base by continuing to build trusting relationships. Okay, so they say we have many characters worldwide. Consumers, us, we've helped nurture these characters over a long period of time. I like that. These characters originate from our games, and by being linked to our unique brand of entertainment, they possess a value that cannot be found elsewhere. That's true. Like, that is damn true. We strive to build a relationship of trust with our consumers by carefully crafting and delivering high-quality games that have the Nintendo seal of quality on them. Products and services featuring these Nintendo characters, like Yonoid. We believe that accumulating this trust is what changes people from simply knowing our characters into becoming fanatics of our IP and obsessive. This approach is common not only to our dedicated video game platform business, but also to our initiatives outside of gaming, such as movies and character merchandise. Here's a picture of Dad saying, "Hey, son, let's take a time out from playing basketball and let's play your Nintendo Switch out on the basketball court in direct sunlight. Hopefully you can see the screen okay." And there, that is where long-term relationships are fostered. Building a lifelong relationship of trust with each consumer, maintaining bonds with consumers across generations, father and son. Playing Nintendo Switch 2 out on the basketball court. We believe that our relationships with consumers should not be short-term. I like that. We've all been doing this for decades. One of Nintendo's strengths is that our entertainment reaches a wide range of people across generations. I think of that old lady that played Tetris every day. You guys remember that story? The old lady who had a Game Boy, played Tetris every day. I think one day it finally broke.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo, I think, sent her a new one, like a brand new one that they had, even though it had been out of production for decades. Awesome. But that just goes to show, like, you think about the Wii being in retirement homes. You know? It doesn't matter what age you are. It spans literally generations now. And it wasn't like that in the 80s. I'll tell you that. 80s and 90s. Parents, grandparents, they hoped you'd eventually grow out of this. They were nervous. They were scared for you. Grandparents thought video games were total bullshit. You know it. We all experienced it. What do you want for Christmas? Ask for a video game? I don't know about that. You know, they really don't like how much you play video games.
Rot your brains.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I'll never forget that. Times have changed, that's for sure. Look, I mentioned this. For example, our idea is a cycle where first person's Nintendo game becomes a fond childhood memory. Later, as a parent, they play Nintendo games with their own children. And eventually, as grandparents, they might spend time with their grandchildren playing with My Mario building blocks or reading a picture book. This connection with consumers that spans generations is what we strive for. Again, like, the Mario building blocks is really great. It's a great idea. Okay, what do kids play with before video games? Right? They play with stuff like that, except it's like Sesame Street characters or Bluey or some other
Bluey.
thing that's hot right now. But having them start with Mario and then working their way to the video game system just makes a ton of sense. And it gets them in that ecosystem like that much earlier. It's very smart, very clever. So again, building these relationships over many decades is a core principle. There you go. There's the crossovers. Again, this is what we just talked about. Moving on. They're giving us the same pictures here. 3 times. Okay, annual playing users 128 million, 400 million Nintendo accounts.
That's wild.
That's a lot. Yeah. That's a lot. NSO members 34 million. NSO is the best deal for online gaming because you have to pay for it on all the consoles. Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. If you want a game online, you got to pay for it.
Maybe not the next Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not. You know, the next
That's a rumor.
Xbox is going to be a PC
Yep.
disguised as a console, possibly, but it's going to be a PC.
This is an
They're,
Xbox.
they're done with they're done with consoles.
Everything's
They
an
might
Xbox.
put it in a shell for you, but it's a PC. They might try to trick the consumer, which they probably will. They'll trick some people. You know.
Does that number seem low?
Which
34
one?
million.
Well, I think about like Game Pass. How many Game Pass subs are there?
I think it's like 38 last night, but I haven't looked in a while. It may have gone up, but I'm just looking at the
37.
install base. The install base versus the amount. Like the only thing I can think of is that there's a lot of kids that just play Fortnite.
Yeah, and it's
'Cause
just
you
also
don't need
different.
NSO for that, you know.
Yeah, it's Game Pass. You know, it's literally a delivery system for brand new games.
I think this number is going to go up this gen. I think I do think you make a really good point, Josh, with the Fortnite scenario. I also think a lot of people just weren't confident in Nintendo's online structure or servers for the way games like Smash performed online or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe performed online. And I think a lot of people just opted out. They're like, well, I don't really like my experience online with these games, so it's not worth it for me. Obviously, Switch 2's made leaps and strides in power and performance, and I've only had a creamy smooth experience online with the Switch 2 so far. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but I do feel like that's going to go up.
I think the reason that it also is a bit strange, it hasn't moved much. It's been around that 34 for quite some time. It might have been 32 and it went up 2 million, which, I mean, obviously we're talking about 2 million. That's a huge number, right? But when you think about 154, and the other thing is, do they count a family membership as one person?
It's a good question.
No idea.
I don't know.
The thing is, it's only going to grow if they give a much more compelling reason to get it. Because right now, I would venture to guess most people that have the NSO is just to play online, just to play games online. Like forgetting about all the perks and stuff. As much as we like those classic games, the kind of people that would probably subscribe to play the classic games are also the kind of people probably still playing the current games online. So
well, I'll tell you what. If that rumored or leaked Pokemon MMO is real and it's not a mobile game and it's a Switch 2 or like a Nintendo console exclusive, that's an online only, that's going to get your count up real fast.
It's a good point. Really good point.
Yeah, because I know like the other two, they offer services that are beyond the console, you know, the streaming services and all that stuff that Nintendo doesn't have.
Yep.
So you could sub and be on a phone just because you want to, you know, stream the games to your phone.
Okay. We're going to talk about Nintendo Entertainment Initiatives. Again, movies and videos like Captain N coming out on VHS and Laserdisc.
Oh yeah, Laserdisc.
But look, the movies do so much, viewed by consumers of varying ages and video game experience. This might bring parents back in who haven't gamed in forever. I mean, we look at how Switch did that for a lot of people, a lot of adults. They're like, I haven't played video games in a long time, but I bought a Switch. And taking your kid to the movie. Oh, yeah, I used to play this growing up. Haven't played it in so long. And then you watch it. The kid wants a Switch. You get it for your kid. You see your kid playing it. Before you know it, you buy yourself a Switch. This is good stuff right here. This is how you grow the IP fan base and how you foster long-term relationships with your consumers. And it's going to be exciting to see the Mario movie. Here was a comment that made it into the fiscal report about the film. One comment was received was, I was able to cheer for the same Mario I played with in games as a child, but this time in a movie theater as a parent with my own kids. Again, it's literally what I kind of just said. We're truly grateful that Mario has a role in so many aspects of people's lives and precious time families spend together. Yeah, these movies are very important. So, movie and video game content development structure, rather than simply licensing the IP, Nintendo takes part in financing and is deeply involved in production because they don't want Super Mario Brothers 1993 to happen again. With Bob Hoskins getting drunk on set every day and John Leguizamo getting drunk on set every day. And so they're deeply involved now. And they got actors that aren't going to do that. Shigeru Miyamoto, the GOAT, creator of Mario and The Legend of Zelda, co-producer of the announced movies. That is your Nintendo seal of quality right there. That's their way of saying, don't worry, everything's fine. We're in good hands. Daddy's watching. Launched subsidiaries Nintendo Pictures in 2022, which they are the creator of video content like Captain N, and Nintendo Stars in 2025. And then, it talks about some of the folks involved, talks about Avi Arad with The Legend of Zelda and how Miyamoto is co-producing and that he's been closely involved since the initial planning stages. Again, this is their way of saying it without saying it, that don't worry, this won't get effed up. It's exactly what they're saying. Don't worry. We know there's people online who have said this guy doesn't make good movies. Mr. Avi Arad. Everything's fine because Mr. Miyamoto's involved. That's how you tell shareholders, don't worry about it. Everything's going to be okay. And then October 7th, they released Close to You based on the world of Pikmin. Yes. And then Nintendo Stars is a subsidiary responsible for managing film content, blah, blah, blah. All right, here we go. This was talking about building the framework for a consistent release cadence. Possibly a cadence of Hyrule, right? 2023. We got the Super Mario Bros. Movie. 2026, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. So it's going to be out of this world. And then we add The Legend of Zelda. Thank you. I'm getting a delivery. I'm getting a Costco delivery right now of
Nice.
M&M's. Look at this. Trying to fatten me up. $15. That's a great deal. All right. Sorry, folks. Okay. We have 2 question marks now. And hey, looks like the trail's reopened, baby. Got a fresh bag. Okay. So the 2 question marks. Look, I'm saying DK is after Zelda because we already have the evergreen aspect. We have DK out. What do you think's after that? And do you think DK's in 2028? Because we're talking about a release cadence. And 2026 is Mario, 27 Zelda. What would 28 be? Is there a 28 or is it a 29 or a 30? What is the cadence going to be? I think that's the key to this, figuring this out, is how often are we going to get this stuff?
I mean, I think man, I think it's going to be like 1 to 2 year gaps between each project. I don't see them rarely going beyond that 2-year gap. And I think the two most likely movies to go what we're going to get beyond Zelda is obviously Donkey Kong standalone movie. We've already got some of those characters casted. Donkey Kong just got his big 3D debut. He was a hit character in the movie already. We have the theme park. It just makes so much sense for Donkey Kong to kind of be the next thing after Zelda. After that, I think there's two possibilities. I think the third Mario film, because there's going to be a lot of Mario movies. Yeah. I think Mario 3 is the most likely. If it's not Mario 3, I think we get a new IP. One of those could be Luigi. It could be
Luigi's Mansion.
They have plans to do like maybe in 2029. They'll have plans to do like around Halloween time a Luigi's Mansion movie. It could be something else entirely. I don't know. Maybe they've got plans for Star Fox. It's a little bit hard like leaving Mario out and thinking what they'll pull from, because Switch 2 just begun. We've seen evidence throughout this presentation, these PDFs, that Nintendo really is weaving all these different sectors. I think they're going to want to line stuff up with games that are big and current. So I really think Donkey Kong and Mario make the most sense. If we get some sort of big Star Fox that reinvents the wheel, maybe Star Fox is something in there. If we get an announcement for a Metroid Prime 5, there's people who have, speculated and rumored and, the little leaks saying that Metroid Prime 5 is already in development, or the next Metroid is already in development. Maybe that's a push that they want to make to help strengthen and maybe reboost the sales of already released Metroid games that have come out. But I think DK and Mario make the most sense.
I honestly think that one of those movies is going to be another Zelda movie, because I honestly believe that they're going to do this movie in parts. So I think one of those question marks is going to be like, oh, Zelda, and then Zelda Part 2, whatnot. And like, I feel like we're going to get a bigger idea, like a more concise idea, if this movie is going to be in parts, if we ever get any type of like, idea that this movie is inspired by a particular game at any point in promotion, right? But I think one of those movies is like the Zelda movie after this, especially considering them casting two relatively young actors. I'm pretty sure they're like, okay, this movie, it's gonna do well. 2 years after the fact, the next part, 2 years after the fact, the third part. Like, I think it's gonna be split into 2, if not 3 parts.
Yeah.
I love that, and I hope that's, as a hardcore Zelda fan, I hope that's the case, because like having that consistent Zelda movie releases is going to be hype as hell.
Oh yeah,
but this is very unrealistic. But I just want to throw this out there for everyone to maybe give really quick thoughts on. What if and this is so unlikely, would not be a smart move, but what if Nintendo treated the Zelda movies like they treat the games, where each movie is a new legend with a new cast?
Nah, they can't be doing that with movies. Nope. People already are so fickle, and the attention span for movies is like infinitely smaller than that for video games. So they can't be playing around with something like that.
What if it was a show? Think like American Horror Story. Every season is a different American Horror Story. It's the same cast, but they all play different characters.
Yeah, well, like the first, if it was to be a show, then the first season would have to be strong enough in order to warrant something like that. But we already got a movie, so they can't be
That's
doing that
true,
kind of stuff
yeah.
with movies.
I'm just
Yeah,
having fun.
yeah.
Anyways,
Mhm.
I want to see 3 Zelda movies. I've mentioned this before, but I
Dude,
want
I
to
want
see the
6.
Triforce of power, courage, and wisdom.
Yeah.
Triangle.
I want
Triforce
them
trilogy.
to. I want them to adapt Ocarina of Time and then split that into 3 movies. Where at the end of the first movie, Child Link, the young, I forgot the actor's name, but he's still like extremely young. He finds the Master Sword, and that's when the movie ends. And then part 2 is going to be dealing with introducing and what do you call it, establishing Ganondorf after him removing the Master Sword, and then it'll deal with the first 3 dungeons or first 4 dungeons. Well, like the first section of the adult dungeons, and then the third movie is gonna lead up to the final showdown with Ganondorf, with the last couple of dungeons leading into like probably this whole second half of that movie in Ganon's Tower. That's what I'm thinking.
Wow.
Mm.
I'd be down for it.
Mm.
I will say that. These question marks, though, I think it's DK,
Mm.
right? And I think the other one is very obvious.
Me too.
It's obviously Earthbound.
No, it's not Earthbound.
The story
I was thinking Animal Crossing and Splatoon.
The story of NES.
Mm.
It's going to be Punch Out.
I was going to say Punch Out.
Did.
I want Mike Tyson in it, though, in the movie.
Well, exactly.
Like a
Gotta do it
coach.
too.
He could play Doc.
No, that would be kind of cool if he played Doc.
Is Carl Winslow still alive, or he'd be a good Doc?
Ye-
I always thought, Family Matters, Carl Winslow.
Mhm.
Dude, I always
Stanley
thought
from
he'd
The
be a
Office is
perfect
the
Doc.
best Doc.
Ooh, Stanley
sure.
would be good too. Yeah.
Damn, that'd be so good.
Look at their pictures together. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, he would be. Yeah, Punch Out would be great. Kid Icarus.
I would love a Kid Icarus movie, but I don't think it'll fly. I don't think like General
Well, I
Honest
mean,
like
it should fly.
See what you did
Like,
there.
I see, but like they're gonna be like, who's Pit? What's going on? Skyworld? Why does heaven look like this? Like,
Well, they've already missed so far. Now, I don't know. It could be in the works, but you need to have a Kid Icarus Hades 2 crossover. That's such easy money right there.
that would
It's
be
literally the same stuff, man. And it's a Nintendo console exclusive right now. Why wouldn't you do that? Any other suggestions outside of, I think we can all obviously see that DK's makes a lot of sense, but anything else realistically, I'd love to see Metroid.
Yeah.
Pilot Wings, maybe with Tom Cruise, maybe a Pilot Wings Top Gun crossover.
Wave race? Come on.
Wave Race, the movie. That'd be sick, dude.
Totally.
Oh my
actually-
god.
Full on Pikmin movie would be kind of interesting.
Miyamoto's gonna be pushing for it,
Yeah.
but then they're like, no Pikmin.
If it
Honestly,
was
I think
like Honey,
Kirby
I
has a
Shrunk
really
the
big
Kids.
shot of like getting his own movie.
Kirby.
Yeah, I
It'd
think
be an
Pi-
Air
I think I
Raiders
said-
movie.
I think I said this on the podcast before, but I think Pikmin's one of those things that needs to somehow make its way into every Nintendo project, like film project. Even if it's little Easter eggs, you see them in the background. They just fit in all the Nintendo universes, from Mario to Zelda to Metroid. I feel like even if it's a thing where it's like, where's Waldo, where it's, like kind of like how Hitchcock appeared in every single movie that he made, but it would be like a silhouette or something. They should do that with Pikmin. So every time you go and see a Nintendo movie in theaters, you're kind of like, oh, let's see if we can find the Pikmin in this one.
I like that. That's a good idea.
And I was joking somewhat about Animal Crossing and Splatoon, but Animal Crossing has the audience and Splatoon has the story. I think that could actually be pretty interesting.
It depends. If you make Animal Crossing a drama, about this
Hmm.
kid who was abused by Tom Nook. You know, what's that?
And
What's that movie?
his best friend Rold comes around and helps him pump iron, and
What if you make it like Animal Farm?
Or Pet Cemetery.
I always said we needed to know Tom Nook's backstory. He's some sort of mafia member that, ex-mafia member. So we just got to figure
Yeah,
out
he
why.
would have been voiced by James Gandolfini, no question, if he was still
Oh
here.
yeah, dude. Rest in peace. Okay. Well, moving on from the movies. Again, we got all the apps. Nintendo has all the apps for days. And yeah, Zelda Notes, Pikmin Bloom, Nintendo Music, Nintendo Today, the Nintendo Store app now. I think the Nintendo Switch app, right? Fire Emblem now, that's an app. The new Fire Emblem game. So yeah, they're killing it in the app game for sure. The more apps, the better, because it takes up more space on your phone. That's the other thing with the PlayStation app. It's just one app that does it all. That's just one icon on your phone. With Nintendo, you're seeing red. You're seeing red everywhere. If you add all the apps, you're constantly reminded of Nintendo. Game apps. There we go. Fire Emblem, Animal Crossing, Mario Run, Fire Emblem, Pikmin, Mario Kart Tour, all those apps I just mentioned. You can almost have a full page of apps for Nintendo, which is kind of crazy. They're available in
Rip Dr. Mario.
164 countries. What's that?
Rip Dr. Mario. It was. It was
Oh,
on.
yeah.
The
Well,
day
and
they
what
make
was that other one?
Zelda gacha is the day I die.
What was the other one that was like the RPG
The first
that
one?
was actually?
Yeah, I
uh,
forget.
Oh, they're like it's an original game they made for.
yeah, it was
I
really
forgot what
good.
it's called.
Yeah,
Damn.
It did all right at the start.
it did.
Mhm.
There was people playing it at Lone Depot when I was managing that. I remember people asking me, like, "Are you playing that?" I'm like, I don't play. I don't really play cell phone games. Sorry." But I was happy that Nintendo was, that people were playing it. I was like, that's cool. All right. So cumulative number of unique downloads for apps published by Nintendo surpassed 950 million. My God.
Insane.
Yeah. So obviously we know what comes next. It's going to be 1 billion. Probably on the next one. So that would be cool. But 164 countries that, because you have these apps, you're able to market and showcase your IPs in all these different countries, which, think about it, in the past, if you tried to like run a TV commercial, right, in all these different countries, how hard that would be, how much money that would cost. But you have an app now and it's in all these different countries. It's all over the world. Everyone knows Nintendo. Beautiful. And again, the most recent new app, Fire Emblem Shadows. I have not played that. Nintendo Today. It's there. Do you guys use it?
Check it daily.
I see it every day on my phone. We have habits. We all do. That's how we work as humans, right? My habit is to go on Twitter for my video game news because I get all my news there, right? It's all there. And so I haven't made a habit of checking Nintendo Today, but I see it. But it doesn't translate for me.
You got to pour your cup of coffee. You got to open your iPad so it's more like a newspaper, and then just open that app up and treat it like a dad from the 80s, and you'll be set.
Oh my God.
Okay. I can get behind that, actually.
And then go get your comics later and,
Yeah.
just keep it rolling.
It could work. HMK, you go on the Nintendo Today?
Oh yeah. Like I wake up and I make sure I check it because sometimes it's like, okay, here's this brand new art, not brand new art, but here's this art from Breath of the Wild that you've seen like a million times. Okay, today was uneventful. And then the day that I don't check on it in the morning, it's like, bro, we got the announcement of the cast of like, oh, that's crazy. So after I got like caught with my pants down multiple times by this app, I'm like, nah, I gotta look at this shit every morning because I ain't playing these games. Ugh.
Here's what I feel like. I feel like if something really cool happened, I want to talk to people about it.
Mhm.
You know, I want to discuss it on social media. And so if I get on social media, I'm going to see it. It's going to be on Twitter and I can talk about it versus going on the app. Oh, awesome. Okay, now let me go on social media and go talk about it. I guess I don't know if it's necessary for me. I'd like to see him do something that will get me to use it every day. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
They got me with one thing.
Hmm.
You can port your calendar into it, so now I have a Zelda themed calendar every time I go to check what I have to do for the day.
I did that. Yeah,
And so
I did that.
that's like the one thing. Like if you like looking at your calendar to see your daily tasks, you can have a Nintendo themed one. Pretty lame reason to have a whole app, but you know.
Yeah. Mobile apps that enhance gameplay experiences. Right. So Zelda Notes is obviously a big one, which is cool. It's a really cool idea. It's more lore. I like that. Parental controls, yes. Okay. Character merchandise. Good to see. A lot of Pikmin. A lot of Pikmin.
I put out a video
DK.
today talking about the mobile stuff, and I would love it if Nintendo would treat not do away with how they've done things because it's obviously working, but also look at mobile like they used to look at their handheld department, right? And make games that were also companions to games similar to how like you could hook up your link cable to your GameCube, you could put Mario Golf into your 64 from Game Boy. Like I don't know. I love that stuff and would love to see them really do something to where like if I'm out and like Mario Kart Tour or whatever the case is, if it's unlocking stuff in world for me, that's way more incentive to play. And
It is.
and Animal Crossing is the perfect example of like if it was literally a pocket version of Animal Crossing and I could transfer items between the two, way better. Like I just love that stuff.
NBA 2K has a companion app and you can like log in, you can actually play and your progress on your phone carries to your game, whatever you're linked to, whether it be on PlayStation or you want to link it to Nintendo. And it's a really interesting idea. And obviously I see the angle they're going for and what you had just mentioned. I would be more interested in doing that with Nintendo games. Like I'm not trying to play hoops on a touchpad, on a touchscreen.
For sure.
It works to an extent, but it's not the kind of accuracy that I want. And I'm not trying to bust out a backbone and do all this other bullshit because it's like I only have so much time. We all only have so much time. And when you have a handheld console, why would I be doing that? Also, but companion apps, I think, are a really cool idea, and I'd be all about that. Seeing more Animal Crocs. I showed these to Michaela. She doesn't wear Crocs. I don't wear Crocs. I wish they were Vans.
I do
like
now.
The Nintendo Vans they did. Is anyone buying the Crocs?
I was gonna say, are you sure they're not Animal Crockings? No, I'm not, but
I have obviously the Deku tree here. That looks really refreshing, whatever this is. So what? They have Splatoon popsicles? Where are these at? Is this at the park? Canal City, it says. Splatoon X Canal City. And they have churros that are green, red, and blue. What happened here? Why weren't any of us there? That looks like a good time. Whatever happened there, I want to be there. And it doesn't say, of course, in the bullet points, any of those questions I just had. Clearly, everyone wants to know about that. All right, official stores. So, New York, Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, San Francisco, and I don't want to say that word. It's a bad word. But all these stores you can buy merchandise from.
Dude,
They function as a communications hub to connect with fans.
I just don't know how you thought that word gets pronounced to make you think it's bad.
Well, what do people say when they're mad at you? They say this word and then followed by
That's not
This
that's not how
word.
it's pronounced, though. That's not how it's
look.
pronounced.
Look, say the word. Say it. Say it for me. I don't want to say it. I don't swear. I try not to swear, but say it. Say this word. Prime. Just
Fook.
Fook.
Yeah.
and then say this.
Ooh.
Say the letter.
That's not how it's pronounced.
Look, I read it like that's the bad word. That's saying you.
It'd be
And that's
Fuku.
saying okay.
Yeah.
Fukuoka. What
Yeah,
are we doing?
Fukuoka.
I don't know.
See, I feel like just mine's too much in the gutter stash. That's the problem.
Try it, Nate. Try it Stash's way.
Yeah.
What, where you have to pronounce the U's in completely differently?
Yeah, say it how it looks.
Say
I
this
did.
word.
It's Fukuoka. What are we doing? Do you not know what a U sounds like? Like what?
But you just said it.
I'm over here. Yeah. Ooh. So you wouldn't read Fook, and then you get to the next U. You wouldn't say the word U. You go ooh. What do we do?
Yeah, guys, it was definitely the Wii U.
Yeah. Oh, you got owned there, dude. He's right.
You were
It was the
you were
Wii
reading
U,
out
not
a
the
letter.
Wii U.
You were reading out a letter.
All right. So, yep, the real world experiences. We've talked about these: the museum, the theme parks, the museum. is
Nintendo
selling
Land.
out. Yeah.
I just
Very
got back
cool.
from Donkey Kong Country in Japan. Had to give me one of these.
Nice.
Oh, how was it?
It was amazing. That the Cranky Kong ride is actually a lot more visceral than I expected. I thought it was gonna be like my kitty's first roller coaster, but that it was heavy. It was jerking me around and stuff, and I thought I was gonna
should be.
die 3 times. Like
It
sounds-
should be because that's how the game is in the
yeah, no, it
Minecraft
was
levels.
yeah,
That's
it was
awesome.
as stressful as the games. It was crazy because
Good.
at one
Hell
point
yeah.
inside of a building when you're karting, like another cart is approaching you, but then I feel like, oh, there's another person's cart, and then we're gonna do like Dueling Dragons or whatever. But it's like a big ass cart with Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and Rambi on it, and they were coming at us pretty fast. I'm like, whoa, and then like we got the Indiana Jones treatment where we just went like straight
Yes.
under them and stuff. It was
That's-
surprisingly. I thought I was gonna throw something out of my socket. Like it was surprisingly like. It was like probably my favorite ride of the night. That shit was
Damn.
crazy.
That sounds bananas.
Yeah, it was
Totally,
bananas.
dude. Yeah, it sounds like a barrel of fun.
Mhm.
Love it. That is great. Did you do a video on it by chance on your channel?
I have videos, but I haven't put them out yet. So like
I'll
that's
keep an eye
I'm waiting to.
Because I want
Oh,
to see.
man,
I
there's
want to hear
so
from someone who
much.
games.
It's crazy.
Did you eat there?
Oh hell yeah! I had that Donkey Kong Glizzy. That thing was pretty good. Like the only thing, the weakest part of that thing of the hot dog was like the obvious Dorito chips, but the cheese avocado sauce was actually really, really good. And the hot dog itself was like more of a sausage than actual like hot dog, so it wasn't like a cheap weenie, whatever. But
Good.
then the banana sundae that this came in, oh, it was not hot. Okay, so when I was there, it wasn't hot, but it wasn't cold, but the sun was out. So when you're like, there was hardly any shade in Donkey Kong Country. So that really hit the spot. And I'm like, oh, it was like sorbet and banana ice cream and chocolate waffle. And like, I'm pretty sure there were like cookie crisps, not cookie crisps, chocolate Rice Krispies on it. It was just,
Wow.
Donkey Kong Country was great. Like, it was great. I need to go back.
That sounds amazing.
It was awesome.
All right. Nintendo Live 2025. Nintendo Live was in Tokyo. Josh, did you go in 2023 to Seattle?
Yeah, they wined and dined us. We got to go all 4 days. It was unbelievable. It was such a great experience.
That's awesome. That's so cool. I would like to go one year for sure.
You would have loved it, bro. There was a room that was set up like 1980, and it had shag carpet, the TV that I know you have because I just saw your video with your projector, like
furniture TV.
Those old furniture TVs. Everything, the wood paneling on the walls, an old couch, like, and it was just this like 2 walls, and then you walked in, or 3 walls, I think, and then you walked in. It was like walking back into the 80s. There was the NES sitting set up there.
That's awesome.
That sounds beautiful.
It was really cool. And then you'd walk around, and there was all of like Bayonetta's high heels, like gun shoes, like all the different Smash. Like you would see.
The Smash props from the 2018 E3. Is that what they have on display there?
They had those also. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Very cool.
That sounds so cool. Yeah, I gotta go.
The van from Mario the movie. The van was there.
Oh, cool.
And a Lego Bowser that was like, I want to say like maybe 19 feet tall or something. It was huge, and I believe it moved. It was crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
19
very
feet
cool.
is massive.
Yeah. The best part was you literally could go through and compete in Mario Kart, Mario Maker, and then you'd go up on stage and compete against 4 people. And we kept running through, and it was so much fun. They were giving away Power A controllers every time you won, and they had commentators. It never hit YouTube. I don't know why. They had all these cameras set up, and it never hit YouTube. We were super bummed out because it was really fun.
That's cool. They gave away controllers too. Those Power A ones are cool. Like, obviously really cool themed Nintendo IP controllers.
They also gave out flags during like the Mario Kart championships, and I wasn't there for that. So I traded that controller to one of the workers for the flag, like the little pendant kind of flag thing that he had that you weren't picking up anywhere. But I'm like, this has got to go in my Mario Kart shrine. So it was like a Power A controller you could buy at Walmart for $20 or whatever. So I'm just like, he was like, yeah, let's trade. I'm like, sweet.
That was the right call. For sure. Have you guys seen this book making its rounds on social media? I haven't seen anyone open it up, but you can only get this if you go to the museum. Like, they won't sell it online. Obviously, maybe someone will throw it up on eBay, but it's probably going to go fast. And it's like the Super Mario Brothers 40th cover, and it's the Nintendo Museum official book. I think I saw it maybe a week or 2 ago online, and I was like, damn, that looks cool. So again, 1 year's passed since it opened. Many guests around the world every single day. 500,000 visitors as of the end of September. And due to the large number of visitors, admission continues to happen through randomly selected drawings, which, like, Michaela and I have talked about going to Japan. Obviously, this is right at the top of the list. They're, staying at the Nintendo hotel that was, the former place that they worked. Like, we want to do everything Nintendo, obviously, and then everything else is secondary. And so I would need to make sure I get to go to this. I can't be doing no randomly selected lottery if I'm flying out to Japan to go here. I gotta make sure I'm actually going. So I'll have to wait for that probably for a little
It
bit.
dictates your trip, man. You got to have the trip, like the budget ready. Then
Yeah.
you win the lottery. Then you get your tickets, and like that's the only way I see it happening.
I think so
Anytime
too.
soon, anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. And then they opened up a new art gallery exhibiting game development materials and original character art. It's they're doing a limited time light display event starting in December. I'll be interested to see what that looks like once it hits the internet. But you guys can see the picture here, all the original art. I think I see right here. Right here. You guys see where I'm highlighting? This is the Famicom Super Mario Brothers 3 cover. I can see the checkered floor.
Nice.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Eagle-eyed that. That is that's some of the best box art ever. I actually have it in my case over here. Factory sealed Mario 3 Famicom. All right. Initiatives that span multiple forms of entertainment. Mario 40th, the My Mario building blocks. Again, starting the kids very young. Starting them before they're old enough to have a controller in their hands. Very smart. Love that idea. And look, all these cool things. These are cool. Is anyone going to buy these?
Is that a Mario hanky?
Yes.
I've been
Pretty cool.
my girlfriend's got a 4-year-old. I've been looking for this, but I think it's all Japan only right now,
Yeah.
including like the app. Like the app is only in Japan.
They got to get that here.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah,
like I
this is
picked
cool.
up like a Mario, like what are the little golden books or whatever, you know, what the Mario golden book for, and like
Yeah, I did
a
too.
Mario Kart. Like I've been reading that to her at night before she goes to bed. But
Wait, they have a Mario Kart golden book?
not golden. That's like a step 3 and learn to read kind of thing. But I was like, it's Mario Kart, so I'll read it to her, you know.
Okay, just making sure. Try to get that from my godson. All right. Yep. So again, this is all good stuff. Starting them early. Lots of cool things. This is at the Nintendo Live Tokyo event. Set up an area for young kids. Families could experience the products from the My Mario series, and they look like they're all having a lot of fun. This kid is having a great time. Also, he's got a great Donkey Kong shirt on that I would like to get in an adult size. It is very cool.
Yeah, my girlfriend's daughter for the longest time could not say Donkey Kong. He was just Kong Kong. And so
That's cute.
like
Nice.
Kong.
you know, and she's always stealing like I got Mario Kart stuff all over the place. She's always, this morning I walked out, she was racing Luigi and Donkey Kong in her Mario Karts that she has. So
That's
like
awesome.
she loves anything Nintendo.
That's good to see. All right, so the 40th anniversary, right? I have 3 Rosalina storybooks pre-ordered.
So
Target had
funny
a deal too, a buy 2 get
funny
1
how
free
you
deal.
funny how you bring this up, and I actually have to leave like right now. But I'm glad we got to this part because you have 3 of them pre-ordered, but
When did they come out?
they did it. This is the Japanese version when I got it in Japan.
Sick. So
Wow.
is it
They're
cool?
already out in Japan. It's all Japanese in here. See,
Is it cool though? Like, is the
it's so sick. The pages are gilded
artwork?
and everything, and like,
dude,
it's
that's
awesome.
awesome. That's so cool.
So I made sure I had to
That's
grab one of these
way
because I knew these
cool.
were gonna sell out. Because like I think they were out for like a day after I got to Japan, and then I saw them on display. I'm like, all right, yeah, grabbing one. Bye. Easy.
I think that's a
rad.
cool collectible for like they came out, the price is $24.99, but Amazon's been having them for like $23, and then Target had a buy 2 get 1 free deal on books, and Rosalina's storybook was included. I'm like, all right, cancel the Amazon order. I'm gonna put in 3 orders here, keep 1 sealed, give 1 to my godson for one of his Christmas presents, and I'll keep the other for the next kid Christmas that I need a book for.
Right.
Yeah, pretty cool. All right. You want to tell everybody then where they can find you, and I'm going to be keeping an eye out for whenever you do a video.
Oh
on
yeah,
that
no, I'm gonna be
trip.
doing like video dumps and photo dumps like really, really soon, whatnot, because I just recorded way too much stuff. But yeah, guys, you can find me over at HM Killer on all socials, including that of YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all that good jazz. And I think I broke my record for like the longest time I've been here or whatnot, but like I'm still fighting jet lag from getting back from Japan, so I'm just trying to like reallocate my sleeping schedule. So that's what's like killing me here right now, because I actually cleared my night, but I was tanking a little bit, so I got to get some sleep. And Age of Imprisonment comes out tomorrow, or it's actually technically out already in certain regions of the world. So get ready for that. And as always, thank you all so much for having me. It's been a blast, and I hope to see y'all again real soon.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Have a good
Cheers,
night.
man. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Nice meeting
Of
you.
course. All right. Nice meeting you too, bro. All right. I'll see you guys later. Wait, how do I? There we go. All right. Peace.
See ya. All right. So the storybook. Is anyone else picking this up?
I have it pre-ordered.
Yes.
Yeah, $25 for a nice collectible. And again, I got buy two get one free on it as well
That's not
with
bad.
Target. So yeah. What about these amiibo though? Dude, look, I don't want to be dropping dollar bills on amiibo all the time, especially with the prices. But these are sick. These ones are really nice. I really like these Mario Galaxy amiibos. Like they're calling my name.
They're gorgeous. They're like small statues almost at this point.
Yeah. And when you look at it that way, the price of it isn't so bad when you look at it that way. I don't know. I'd like to get these. And I'd like to get a Metroid one. I'm good on Kirby. These are cool. And I do want to get this talking flower. And I know Michaela's probably gonna hate it. Which is definitely part of the reason that I want to get it. Because it's gonna be entertainment for me. You know what I mean? I think it's so cool.
Just trying to stay under her skin.
Yeah, like if I worked in an office, this would be at my desk. And I would just hope it goes off all the time and messes with people. I think it's really funny.
As soon as I showed the kids this direct, they both wanted one. I was like, okay, I guess I'm getting 3.
Yeah, it's cool. What do we know when that goes on sale? The talking flower, or what the price is? Have we even got a price yet? I'm guessing this
I'll
is going to
check
be
real quick.
coming out around the time of the Mario Wonder movie, or not the Mario Wonder Switch 2 edition and the movie, all within that same marketing time frame. So, sometime between, I presume, March and
It
May.
says spring 2026.
Spring. I'm getting it. She just said I'm not getting the flower. I'm getting it. Yes.
I'm getting the flower.
It'll be a member of this household.
I'm getting one for every room.
Yeah, Gamebird's getting one for every room. He's gonna start a garden full of flowers.
Chain reaction, flowers yelling at each other.
Okay, so again, this year we celebrate 40th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers, released in the best year ever, 1985. And yes, to mark this occasion, we have all this cool stuff that we've all been talking about. In addition, here down here on the third bullet point, Nintendo will be a platinum partner for the Kyoto Marathon to be held next February. Okay. Celebrating Mario's 40-year run marathon. Clever collaboration there. And they're going to continue to propose unique entertainment experiences. Great. You should. Creating reasons to choose Nintendo for unique family-friendly entertainment. And again, this talks about all the key points that we discussed earlier. ESG initiatives at Nintendo. Again, all the things we talked about earlier, building trust with consumers, long term. Talk about the highly volatile entertainment business and that our cash reserves support an environment where developers can focus on pursuing new challenges without distractions. This serves as a vital lifeline, ensuring we do not lose sight of our priorities even when facing unforeseen difficulties. I mean, we've seen so much of that here in the US, right? With development studios, and Nintendo's in a good position and they focus on fun, which is the most important thing. Because again, we're talking about video games here, man. It's supposed to be fun. Asset utilization talks about what they do with their assets and their capital. Look, I talked about this quite a bit on one of our podcasts. We're talking about Nintendo and greed, and I said they're not greedy. They take that money and they put it into R&D. What does it say? Capital funds to strengthen efforts for medium to long-term growth that are in addition to traditional R&D and capital expenditures. They take all the money and they put it back into the business. Because if you look at what folks are getting paid at Nintendo, they're not getting paid some astronomical amount. Part of their pay is quality of life by working at Nintendo, which is why there's no turnover there. It's 98%. All of these things just tie into each other. It's all hand in hand. So when you buy a new Nintendo game and you don't think it's a great deal, just know that, hey, that money is not making someone super rich, okay? They are taking that money and they're putting it back into the business so they can create some cool stuff for the future. That's how I look at it. I mean, we do know that there's some executives out there making 70, 80, 90 million at other video game companies. How much was Bobby making? Bobby Kotick? Something astronomical, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And are they taking the money made from Call of Duty and then, making something really cool and crazy for Call of Duty through research and development? No, they're not. Not at all. They don't do that. Nintendo does that. These are all things to think about when you support a company. Let's see.
Nate, what are you doing to that pool spot?
What? That's Donnie.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You were also jumping rope. I was like, is that that Switch game that got pulled?
No. I'm trying to be polite, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Oh,
All right. Assets. All these things we just talked about. Financial foundation for the entertainment business. Having cash on hand allows us to continue our core operations, such as the dedicated video game platform business, which is volatile, uncertain, and difficult to forecast. These funds protect the business, they protect the house. And second, capital to strengthen the business foundation. These funds are used for investments aimed at medium to long-term growth, in addition to traditional research, development, and capital expenditures. That's how you grow. And third, capital for sustaining corporate value. These funds are to prepare for contingencies such as sudden and significant changes in the market environment. And used to maintain management flexibility and secure options that allow flexible capital policy. Again, we go into some more examples. I know Nintendo talked about possibly wanting to bring in some more development studios, right? About making some purchases. I think that's great. We'd like to see more of that. Look at, was it Shiver? Shiver did the port for WWE 2K. How was that received? Very positively. Now look at the port we got from 2K for NBA 2K26. How was that received? Not as positive. So keep buying up studios. Keep bringing on the right people. That's what it's all about. The right companies. Not every company. And this gets into some, again, worldwide stuff. Singapore, Thailand, new subsidiary over there. The shareholder return policy. I'm not going to go over the return policy unless you guys want me to. I'll go over the full return policy.
That's okay.
I agree.
Hard pass.
Yeah, the rest.
I've been waiting this whole time for the return policy. What do you mean hard pass? I'm kidding.
Soft pass.
All right. Creating reasons to choose Nintendo for unique family-friendly entertainment. This concludes today's presentation. Thank you for joining us.
Woohoo!
From all of us here at Nintendo and from the Nintenbyte podcast.
No.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you for joining us
Or
at this
associated with
presentation.
Nintendo.
This ends
Before you our podcast.
the first topic.
But before you guys tune out for the night,
this ends the first topic.
Before the end of the show, folks, make sure you jump in and vote in a poll that I have going right now. Doesn't have to be now. It could be right before the show ends. I'm going to have it go to the final moments. We've been getting a lot of requests from the fans for some sort of Nintenbyte, toiletries. A lot of people asking about body washes, and we've been experimenting with 4 cents. And make sure you vote.
Well, look, we all know about body wash, and all I'm saying is that as soon as it goes up for sale, I am buying the Super Mario Galaxy complete line of body wash. If you got cologne, I'm sure I would smell out of this world. That is exactly what I want, man. I would tell anyone to go buy them. Dude, Super Mario Brothers body wash, shampoo, body spray. Why would you buy anything else?
Gotta smell like that Italian plumber,
Yeah, dude, all over that.
Or sorry, Brooklyn plumber, I guess.
Alrighty then.